In recent weeks, a fuel shortage has gripped Lebanon, creating chaos on the roads and adding to a feeling of powerlessness.
Well, we can't do anything at the moment. Just wait.
Something is wrong with this country. Those in power are laughing at us.
Fuel oil for the generators that now supply most of Lebanon's electricity has also been in short supply, plunging the country into darkness. Hassan Nasrallah, the Secretary General of Hezbollah, recently announced that the party would be importing shipments of oil from Iran to try and ease the shortage.
After the first vessel arrives, another vessel will follow suit, followed by another, and then several more. This is not about one ship only.
For those sympathetic to the Iranian-backed militant group, Hezbollah is simply trying to provide solutions to an ongoing problem.
If there is enough oil, Iran will stop sending. The ships do not come. This has nothing to do with influence in the area.
Although designated as a terrorist organization by much of the West, Hezbollah is a major political and social force in Lebanon. In Lebanon's worsening crisis, analysts say the party stands to gain if people see it as resolving problems that the state is not fixing.
They're saying that we are an alternative to the state. The state has failed in resolving the fuel crisis, and we can bring fuel from Iran and distribute it across the country.
Hezbollah blames Lebanon's crisis on US sanctions. Critics warn that by violating sanctions on Iran, Hezbollah risks bringing further punishment down on Lebanon, or even military action against the ships themselves. But analysts say that if this were to happen, it would not necessarily be a blow to Hezbollah and the image it wants to create.
If they're stopped and if there's any hurdle or obstacles along the way, they would just point fingers and say, this is the United States, not only causing this shipment from not being distributed, but being responsible for all of Lebanon's pains in the past 2 years. So it's really a win-win scenario for the organization.
For Hezbollah, the fuel crisis presents an opportunity to reaffirm a narrative of resistance against outside forces. While fuel shortages may be alleviated in the short term, some see Hezbollah's and Iran's intercession as a gamble in which Lebanese future relations with the West could be at stake. Jacob Russell, VOA News, Beirut.